Dear students, in this unit, we will talk about the advantages of crop breeding and genetic engineering, or specifically the advantages of genetically modified crops. Now, maintaining the amount of food per capita what we are getting today will be challenging task in the future because continuously the population explosion is seen in many parts of the world and more human population is increasing and along with that there is a loss of arable or agricultural land and the prevalence of unfavorable environmental condition such as droughts, salinity of the soils, flooding in many parts of the world, as well as new emerging diseases of these crops. Now, it is very challenging that with the great pace of increasing human population and these challenges to the agriculture land, it demands the increase in the yield of crops as compared to per person or the per capita uh, food. Now, need of the hour is to promote sustainable agriculture practices which can boost crop productivity with the utmost conservation of all available natural resources. While during the 20th century's middle, there was a green revolution through which high yielding crop varieties, especially wheat and rice, they were developed through conventional plant breeding methods and use of agrochemical methods. It resulted in a significant boost in the productivity in especially in the subcontinent including India and Pakistan. However, this conventional plant breeding alone cannot effectively meet the ever rising global food demand. So the more population demands better and more productivity in the breeding of those crops. So these breeding advances have also meant more food for the rest of the world. In 1950s and 60s, Norman Borlaug at the Center of Maize and Wheat Improvement in Mexico developed semi-dwarf wheat varieties. Those varieties they were not very tall, but they had more yield. And when they were introduced in 1960s in India and later on in China, these wheat and rice varieties became the basis of the Green Revolution, in which crop yield increased an estimated 4 to 7 times. It was a very promising outcome of such natural breedings. Now, after that, a major goal of agriculture scientists is to find ways to maintain these high productivity under stress as well as developing crops with enhanced nutritional values. Now, these genetically modified crops they can prove very powerful complement to those produced by conventional methods for meeting worldwide demand for quality foods. Now, some of the common example of genetically modified foods which are being practiced in different parts of the world, they include genetically modified corn, cotton, potato, soya bean, papaya, and alfalfa, among many others. So they have been grown very successfully in different parts of the world. Now, as the global area under GM crops continues to expand every year more and more countries they have started to use these GMO crops, seeing the more nutritional values as well as high crop yields per capita. There are also some concerns which are needed to be addressed regarding the unpredictable pleiotropic effects of those crops on human health as well as environment. This is yet to be explored because no one knows about the genetic outcome in the long run. So far, it is proving very successful in meeting the high yield demands. It is also very important that all ethical issues such as labeling of these GM foods and health and safety aspects should be addressed while promoting these GM crops.